So yesterday it was a bit of an impromptu cleaning day as I had to suddenly clean the washing machine and the washing machine filter because the load was smelling so bad, and I think that the last time I forgot to clean the washing machine filter, so it was definitely time to do it again, and it was nasty. So if you haven't cleaned your washing machine filter in quite some time, then I definitely recommend that you do that. And then because I was no longer in the mood to do any other sort of computer work after that, I decided, okay, may as well make a start in cleaning the fridge and cleaning the gas stove. The next day now, and I want to try to finish off all of these tasks either by today or later by tomorrow because my brother is also coming to visit this weekend, so if I can get it done all beforehand with a bit of time to spare, then that'll be excellente. Alright, so first thing, I'm gonna get all the fridge accessories because now I just carefully place it all here. Actually, I think I'll first take out everything that's in the fridge. All the pieces are back in there. And now whenever I do a fridge cleaning like this, I always like to take the opportunity to also kind of organize it a bit better back into the fridge. Alright, and done. I love a good clean fridge. Now usually I would have given the fridge a clean by taking everything out and giving it a quick wipe down, which is normally good enough, but because I had it on my task list to also clean the gas stove and the oven, I thought I may as well combine the two tasks because it had been quite some time since I last really gave the fridge a bit of a good deep clean. So now that also means that for the next time it'll be probably good enough to just give it a wipe down again. So now I need to continue on with the rest of the oven and gas stove cleaning tasks. Now the last time I did it I used some pink stuff, which did work, but it was really not my favorite product to use as I think I used way too much, but it got everywhere. And it starts to dry after a little while, so it got stuck in this part. It got stuck in the door even, and I had to ask my brother to help open it. So now I want to try to do something a bit more efficient. So I have a spray bottle with some water, and I just kind of making the inside air a bit wet. Finish that part, and now I'm going to do this one. Now, if you're cleaning your gas stove, you always want to be careful to not go over your gas igniter, so if you did, just make sure that you dry it afterwards. Now don't forget to also get to the cabinets on top of your gas stove if you have one, because these areas can get so greasy. Okay, once you get up and close, you can see how dirty those areas actually get. So it's definitely in need of a clean again. Okay, the Scrub Daddy and some soap looks way better, and then afterwards I'll wipe it down with a cloth. so I just finished all of this area. These things always take so much longer than you expect, but I'm so tempted to stop, but I want to continue on and just at least get the inside of the oven part done now. So I got my flashlight ready and then I scrub daddy again. Okay, I don't know if it's the new product that I used or the sponge, but this is coming up way faster than it did the last time. You guys, if you're cleaning an oven, you need to get one of these scraper tools. I can't believe I didn't have one of these before. I have tried in the past scrubbing over some areas over and over again just to give up on it, but this, you just need to wet a little bit with something like an all-purpose spray, and then you can pretty much just instantly get it off. It is amazing. Alright, done. Now I'm just going to leave the door open to let it dry a bit more, but sadly I still need to go upstairs and clean the inside parts and the rest of the grill plates. Okay, so I'm upstairs, I'm ready to start cleaning the rest of it, but first I want to use this product, something a bit more powerful to clean the shower drain, as it's super clogged right now, and usually we use the baking soda and vinegar method and it has worked, but this time we've done it about 4 times and it's really not making that much of a difference, so I'm hoping that this one will finally do the trick. So first I need to boil some water. So just before pouring in the hot water, I just wanted to briefly mention this drain filter from OXO, as this works so well from preventing hair from going into the drain. So it means that you can prolong the drain cleaning a bit longer. It's not always the nicest that after a shower you might see some hair in there, but it's way nicer than having to pull it out of the drain. Okay, and the water stopped boiling, so now I'm going to pour that in first. Right, so it says to pour 500 milliliters, which is pretty much half this bottle, and then leave it sit 5 minutes and then rinse it off with some water. Okay, I think that should be half of it. Timer for 5 minutes. That was a super fast 5 minutes, but anyways, it's time to start rinsing it now, and hopefully this has worked. Okay, well I do plan on doing a face mask and washing my hair tonight, so that'll tell if the drain is working properly, but if not, then I'll just do this tonight and then leave it overnight and then rinse it the next morning. Just if you are going to do the same and clean all these items in your bathtub, then of course make sure to not let it bang against the edges. Alright, it's the weekend and my brother's coming in a few hours, so I want to get a few things done beforehand. First, I want to clean everything up here, do a bit of tidying up. I need to do some laundry. I definitely want to try to finish cleaning the oven rack because I didn't get to finish them yesterday. And then I also need to make the guest bed. So I think first I'll start off with the quick tidy up. First easy task done. Now I need to go make the guest bed and then I'll continue on with cleaning all the oven items from the bathtub. quite finish everything before my brother came to visit. Now, luckily we did not need to use the oven, so the only last thing I'd love to do is to grab all the oven parts and to put it back in there. But we did use the gas stove, so I did put these things back on there. I always forget how to put these things in first. Okay, first part's in. Now I need to hang this part back up. I was also surprised to see that you could take off this rubber sort of gasket part. Okay, the first very clean looking tray. And now the final piece. And now these tasks of deep cleaning the fridge, oven and gas stove area are now all finally done. I mean, I've cleaned all these things several times before, but they just always end up taking so much longer than you expect. Now, I feel like whenever it comes to deep cleaning appliances, we're always trying to find the right balance of not doing it too infrequently and not doing it too frequently. I mean, who's gonna get up on that ladder and clean over this cabin area every week? That just feels like that's way too often. So at the time being, I've been cleaning this oven every 6 months, I believe. So now that I recently cleaned this oven again, I can see that perhaps every 6 months might be a bit too infrequent to clean the oven, as for example when I was cleaning the inside of the oven. I mean, even with the better tools that I had this time, it still felt like it took forever to clean the inside of the oven. So I'm hoping that if I now change the schedule to every 2 months, it should be a bit easier to clean because there won't be as much of an accumulation of all those burnt marks on the inside and on the trays. And then from there you can always adjust it. So after that I can see, okay, 2 months is a bit too often, so afterwards I might change it to every 3 months. But the point is to always try to adjust and try to find the right balance of doing it often enough but not too often where it feels like a bit of a burden. Alright, well now that everything is cleaned and put back together, that means that all these tasks are finally done, and I hope that you enjoyed hanging out with me for this more sort of casual style of deep cleaning all these kitchen appliances. It did start off originally as a sort of impromptu cleaning day, but afterwards it just turned into cleaning all the items, and it feels good to have all of this done. Other than that, thank you for watching. Be sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already, and I'll see you in the next one. Adios.